my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I am the City Witch, and today we're going to be reviewing this beautiful new oracle deck called For the Love of Dragons. It's an oracle deck and guidebook set written by Angie Sullins, and the artwork is by the very talented spiritual artist Amy Brown, who is one of my favourite artists out there in the spiritual community. She produces these beautiful watercolour fairies, dragons and pixies, and she's kind of got a signature drawing where a lot of her fairies and pixies wear these stripy stockings or socks, and that's kind of how you can tell her artwork, and they tend to be quite watercolored as well, which is beautiful. So I'm quite happy that this deck has been produced, and dragons are one of my favorite mythical creatures to work with magically. I am a draconic practitioner, so I'm looking forward to working with this deck and adding it into my collection and connecting and dedicating it to my dragons. So this was actually purchased for a gift, so I want to give a shout out to Sarah, the very beautiful Sarah, who is a client of mine who has tarot readings from me on a very regular basis. Very kindly purchased this deck for me to review in support of my humble business. So if you would also like to support me, there are two ways you can do that. There is my PayPal link where you can tip me, or you can choose to make a small purchase or donation through my Amazon wishlist. Both links are provided, and the very lovely Sarah chose to purchase this in support of my business and buy me this beautiful deck. So thank you so much to Sarah. So first impressions are amazing. I love the colours and the combinations that they've chosen on this. The box is beautiful with these designs of dragons all the way around it. And then you have this kind of matte finish, but then the artwork is kind of shimmery and shiny, which I really like. The box is magnetic at the side. And what's the publishing house on this? Does it tell us? US Games is the publishing house of this particular deck. So let's read what the back says as the introduction. Whoever said diamonds are a girl's best friend never met a dragon. Oh, I agree with that. Inside this 44 card oracle deck, you'll find majestic guides, petite playmates, cute companions, and wild free spirits. They are all allies to those who hold fairies and fables dear. Because of their various appetites, they have tasted many truths, imbibed much wisdom, and learned a thing or two about navigating the skies of change. They also recognise their own. Though you may not be able to detect them yet, you have wings. Your psyche is equipped to soar through your own adventures, beyond your wildest imaginings, and into the realm where impossible things happen every day. Discover the power of fire and flight in this special collector's deck and book set. Beautiful. So let's open it up and take a look at the box and the deck. Ooh, this is so cute. Oh, so we get an organza bag, which is quite nice, so I'll pop that to one side. But this beautiful dragon design here, which I think is stunningly beautiful. And then we have our guidebook, which has a cute dragon on the back. So we will take a quick look at the guidebook. So it is kind of stiff, guys, so it's made of thick, sturdy material. It's also full colour, which I like. So let's see. Always. She doesn't need a knight to save her. She needs a wild vine. Castle lost to civilization and a forest full of creature folk who know her secrets and share their own. She needs a library with red velvet couches and lanterns lit by fireflies, stories older than time that taste like myth and smell of danger, and lost lullabies. She doesn't need a golden boy to defend her honour or a chariot to carry her away. She needs a night blooming garden with forgotten named flowers and herbs that still remember the moon's first name. She needs an untamed labyrinth with a hidden door in its centre leading to lost passages of honeycomb poems and wild pollen candlelight. She needs a window seat next to twilight where she can read and write and muse and watch the storm giants stalk the glimmer glass hills. She doesn't need your rescue or salvation. She needs an ancient silver sword, a collection of fallen bird feathers from foreign lands, a passport for soul travel, a hip flask full of whiskey and wonder, a mermaid tavern in a midnight circus tent, thigh-high boots, unlimited Wi-Fi, smear-proof lipstick, the coffee-stained pages of her own fairy tale, and a pet dragon named Always. Angie Sullins. That's lovely. So we have our introduction to the deck. Let's see what else we have. How to use this deck. And then it goes straight into the cards. Let's see if we have anything else at the back. So about the artist and then the author. The Witchy Academy, women in total control of herself for the sovereign witch. A note from the author, and then there is some notes. So it doesn't look like we have any spreads with this deck, but I don't mind that so much. So let's get the cards out. So again, we have this lovely dragon on the inside. Hope you guys can see that. Let's just move the ribbon out the way. Beautiful. Let's pop that out the way as well. And we have our deck. Now it is wrapped up, so just give me a moment while I unwrap that, guys. Okay, so I have unwrapped the deck. So on the side, we have this beautiful pinky kind of silver foiling, which is quite nice. The cards are glossy finish, as you can see. They're quite bendy and flexible. They snap back quite nicely, as you can see. And they're quite strong, quite sturdy. This is the back of the card, so obviously you cannot tell which way round it is, which I like. That appeals to me a lot. And here we have our cards, so we will go through them one at a time. The Balancer. That's pretty. She does such beautiful artwork. The Dragon Sword. Ooh, that's nice. Gives off warrior vibes. The Watcher. Ooh, that's cool as well. The Fledgling. Oh, look at all the cute baby dragons. Oh, I love that. The Grouch. Look, he's towing off the other dragon. Leave me alone, let me snooze. Oh, it's so cute. So far, I like all these cards. The Wild Child. Ooh, there's kind of like an egg being wrapped up there as well. It also has an autumn vibe with the colours and the leaves. The Curious. Aww. I can't tell if it's the fairy that's curious and the dragon is saying no, or if it's the dragon that's curious and the fairy's blocking the dragon's way. The Storyteller. Oh, that's beautiful. He looks really intelligent as well. And the only thing that would make him look smarter is if he was wearing like a little pair of glasses on the end of his snoot. The Temptress. I love the wings on that one. The Alchemist. It's another beautiful card. I think I've seen that one before. And this one is one of her world famous designs, the dragon wrapped around the full moon, the Moon Dancer. That is beautiful. Such vibrant lunar energies, and I love the colours in the dragon. Stunning. The Receiver. Aww, cute little baby dragon. I love that we have dragons of different age groups as well. And I'm loving that all the fairies are different skin tones, different colours, different energies and vibes. The next one, number 13, is the Listener. The Crystal Guardian, number 14. It's pretty. Kind of has a solemn, silent feel to that one. I feel like that image might have been good for the Watcher card as well, because it definitely feels like he's watching and waiting. And I'm saying he because it gives me a very masculine vibe, that card. Sovereign. It's very regal, isn't it? The Playmate. Aww. This gives off teenager cheeky vibes to me. Like up to no good, mischief. The Fountain. The Daydreamer. Aww, it's cute. So far, I love all the artwork. It's beautiful. Firebearer. Ooh. I love that there's fur on this dragon. It's just that little bit different to the others. I also like that it's stood up on legs and has this staff. Gives off like very magical, magician, sorcerer kind of vibes. Ooh, nice. And then we have the Icebringer. So just show you those side by side. That's beautiful. And again, we have the fur, we have the wings, we have a staff. That is probably one of my favorite cards. And I love that they match as well, like they're looking at each other. And it kind of gives off sun vibes and then moon vibes over there. Next card, Sunstormer. Ooh. Got some cute little sun dragons in there as well. The Conjurer. Again, there's 4 little cheeky dragons on there. Colours on that one's just beautiful. The Shadow. Oh, I love that the Shadow, instead of it being a fairy, which is what she is a dragon. That's really interesting. There's also magic where you can control and work with your shadow and actually turn it into a type of servitor and send it away to do magical work. That would be interesting if you could shape it into a dragon. The Wishmaker, and here we have the famous stripy stockings. Love that one. The dragon eye is beautiful. The Waymaker, number 25. The Spiral. I can see the spirals in the grass. I was kind of looking for the spiral then and going, where's this spiral? But there's a spiral on the dragon. She's holding an egg that has a spiral pattern and she has a spiral on her shoulder. And then there's spirals on the grass. The Confidant. Now, this is a very old artwork from Amy Brown. It's been around for a while. Again, beautiful, stunning. Ooh, the Brave. The Compassionate. I think that's our first male fairy as well. I don't think we've seen another boy fairy yet. The Brat. Oh, that's got to be one of my favourites. The dragon is having a bath in the cup of tea, it looks like, or the herbal brew. And he's like, nope, I ain't getting out. I am not moving. I am warm. I am toasty. I'm enjoying my bath. Fairy's telling him off. Oh, that's definitely one of my favourites. She's actually famous for drawing dragons in teacups and coffee mugs. And I think she was one of the first artists to do that as well. And I have quite a collection of her artwork that shows the dragons in cups, and it's just so adorable. The Key Holder. Oh, the Lovers. I love that their tails are intertwined and they're matching with colours. That is so beautiful. And I love that it makes a little heart at the top as well. That is also, I think, one of my favourites. The Adventurer. She is definitely ready to get out there. her dragon is coated in armor. It actually looks like a steampunk design, which is pretty cool. The fairy taleist likes to tell stories and tales. Oh, we have another male fairy. The perceptionist. Interesting. So consider other people's perceptions. I like that there is a little pixie. There's a kind of a gargoyle-y looking dragon, and then two different types of dragons. We've got some animals in there as well. Lovely. The giver. So you could also say that if someone's going to give you something, you have to be open to receiving as well. So there's a few messages with that one. A sanctuary, safety, solitude. This gives me kind of Romani vibes with the headband and the dress. Beautiful. The idea hatcher. Oh, the dragon on that is so cute. It's like, can you see that, guys? It's like a little creature with horns and this little fur and a furry tail. That is so adorable. I love that there's all these ideas as well, but one of them has hatched and birthed this cute little dragon there. Oh, that's lovely. The pest. I think the pixie is kind of annoying the dragon. This definitely gives irritated annoyance vibes. The tender. Oh, gentleness. It's a beautiful dragon. The artist, and there's another cup in the image. Beautiful. And we have another cup, the relaxer. I feel like he's like, can I get in this mug and have a bath? The healer. Aw, that's lovely. And then we have another male fairy here. The elevator. Ooh. Or evaluator. Might be evaluator. Lovely. So I like every single card. The artwork is stunningly beautiful, but what I can't help but notice is there's a lot of fairies in here, considering it's supposed to be a dragon deck. Now, nearly every card has a dragon on it, but not always a living dragon. So here we have a tattoo of a dragon. Here it's the sword. That one, it seems to be she's stood on a stone dragon. Yeah, where's the dragon in that one? Not unless she's just a dragon fae because of the dragon wings. But I will say there's an awful lot of fairies, pixies, mythical folk in here, not just the dragons. So if you like combination decks that focus on different mythical creatures and you don't mind your dragon decks having connections to, say, unicorns and griffins and fairies and pixies, then this will be a beautiful addition to your collection. It's a nice deck and it's very simple to understand. You probably won't even need the guidebook. I mean, Daydreamer, that kind of speaks for itself. A couple of these, like the Ice Springer, you might have to look up, but most of them, I think you can figure them out really easily. So this is a fantastic beginner deck. I would say that it has this really beautiful energy to it. It feels nice. The cards were not stuck together, considering they're gilded at the sides as well. They are gloss, they're a nice feel. They're a nice size in my hands as well. I could probably shuffle them easily, but because they are gloss, they are going to slip around a little bit. So just bear that in mind, guys. And I think this would make an excellent present for somebody just getting into working with Oracle, perhaps a teenager or a little girl that really wants to connect with fairies and dragons. This would be a really good beginner, kid-friendly deck, I feel. I probably can't score this a 10 out of 10, mostly because I kind of prefer my dragon decks to be mostly focused on dragons. I don't mind if there's the odd card where it's the dragon and the fairy, or the fairy dragon, or something along those lines that helps you connect to a different realm, a different mythical creature. But the vast majority of cards in a deck that claims to be about a certain subject, like dragons, I prefer to be just about that subject. I also don't like decks that focus on dragons, but then there's always people in them. That kind of bugs me a little bit as well, because we're talking about the dragons, we're focusing on the dragons, so can we stick to the dragons, please? So that's just kind of my opinion. Now, this is a stunning deck. I absolutely adore it. I think there's just a tiny bit too much fairy stuff in this for me, but because it's Amy Brown and I love her work and I love her fairies and pixies and all her dragons, I'm probably going to score this easily a good solid 9 out of 10. Fantastic beginner deck, beautiful artwork, very well thought out, easy to use, colourful, nice size, good quality cardstock, fantastic box, and a good decent thickness to the guidebook. So yeah, and the little bag that we get with it is a nice addition as well. So I'm going to score this a 9 out of 10. It would have been a 10 out of 10 if there was slightly less fairies and pixies and more focus on the dragons. And sometimes the dragons aren't obvious on the card, and other times there isn't even a dragon on there. It's more like a dragon egg or a dragon item or tool rather than a dragon itself. Now, this is for the love of dragons. It doesn't say it's strictly only dragons, and because of the front here, we can see there is fairies in it, so I was aware of that. So I'm not going to score it ridiculously down. 9 out of 10 I think is a fair score. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me that thumbs up, click the bell. YouTube will tell you when my next video comes out. If you'd like to offer light, love and support to my channel, you can do that through PayPal or Amazon, which I've already mentioned. If you'd like to contact me for a reading or any of my magical services, you can do that through Facebook, Instagram, X, or via email, and all the links are provided, guys. Thank you so much for watching till the end and supporting me, and I will see you in my next video. Blessed be, guys.